Today we are talking cushion covers. I have washed this. This is clean, and in comparison to that, that is manky. Now these don't pull off, so what I'm going to have to do is try and take the cover off because it's too dirty. So I don't know if you can see the difference between a clean version. Sorry now. Clean, washed. The covers can be washed, and this is manky, and this is what we sleep on. So I need to get that clean. So these covers are stuck on, and these have these, I don't know, pleats you call them. And I pulled out two yesterday to see would they come out so I can stick them back in. So I'm going to have figure a way to put them in. So what we need to do is find a way to lift this off and put it back on so that I can wash it on the regular basis, because all we do is put a sheet over this at night and sleep on it. So you can see the difference there. Manky. First thing you need to do is get your cover, turn the back side round, and then what you want to do is go into here and start pulling out the stitches.
En pescados y mariscos, siendo uno de los restaurantes más destacados de Málaga capital. Gran variedad de pescados y mariscos frescos, acompañados de una importante carta de vinos con una excelente relación calidad-precio. Marisquería La Luz, todo el sabor de Málaga en un bocado perfecto. Segurisur, empresa malagueña líder en seguridad y vigilancia. Más de 30 años innovando en sistemas de seguridad, siempre a la vanguardia tecnológica. Segurisur, 24 horas al día, 365 días al año, conectados a través de nuestra central receptora de alarma. Nuestro amplio servicio de ayuda garantiza para el escucha inmediata. Segurisur, muy cerca de ti.
Just cut the stitching. Don't cut the material, especially this material. It rips very easily. There's no need to go the whole way to the edge. Just go an inch or two to the edge, and then you have the gap. So what we're going to do is attach Velcro here and Velcro there. Lay the Velcro along the length that you want. And then cut. Attach the Velcro strip to where the stitching was. This is self-adhesive. It'll come off in the wash, so I'm going to have to sew it on. Placement is everything. Just push it in. And do that all the way along the seam. And then do the same for the other side, which is along here. Now you have the two sides. Next thing is to stitch them to the fabric so they come on and off. This is even a better example of the difference in the colours of the cushion covers. So when I pull them off, this should be cleaner. The part where you need to sew it to it. So here I've done some already. I don't know if you call it, it's not a back stitch. I don't know what kind of a stitch it is. It's a loop stitch. So I try and get it as close to that line as possible, where it sits naturally. And then what I do is I pinch it and I loop it around. So I like to use double-sided thread. There we go. And I knot it Oh, my needle just broke. Hold on. So I rethreaded my needle, and what I'm going to do is loop it, and it's a bit hard now. My sewing stuff isn't here, it's at home, so what I'm just going to use is a needle or a teaspoon to push that through, because it's a little bit hard and it's a little bit slow work. And pull and pull. So what you have is, I'm going to buy a GoPro camera because this is too much awkwardness with one hand, and it's looped. So you have a loop on it, just like them, so it sits against it, doesn't come off. That's the way I like to do it. Now you have to do that on both sides, for both sides of the Velcro. Okay, I'm going to leave it alone for a while, and I'm going to get it done off camera, but you can see that it's all pretty much done all along there, loop de loop. Okay, so you know what, the only thing about recording with a camera is you can't tell half the time where the camera's going to be. So push in, and it's a bit sticky because of the self-adhesive tape, and loop. So if you can see it there, that's how it's working. So I'll just turn it on its side there, push through, pull out, looped, push through, pull out, looped. I don't even think that's a loop. I don't know what you call it though. It'll hold in the wash anyway. That's all I'm worried about. I'm just going to lock that in because I don't want that ripping. It's so easy with a head camera instead of messing with a holding a camera. Tail end, and then continue to loop. Oh, sorry. Then continue to loop. It's a little bit sticky because of the self-adhesive tape, so I just have to try and get the edges there, the edges on the Velcro, and not in on the sticky part, because the adhesive is in the back of the tape. Doing this with one hand is a tiny bit awkward, but just to get us started. And then just continue like that. So what's happening is I can't get them through, so what I'm going to do is just push them in for now, and I'm going to just take off the cover and figure a way to pull them out from the other side once I've got the cover off. That's all I can do for now. So I am just going to take this cover off, and as you can see here, can you see? Can't wait to get a head camera. The little strings, they pull out. There's a foam, and then there's a metal yoke here to keep it erect. And these yokes, the stringy things, just pop out. I'm going to bend this, pull the cover off. There's the wire. I just have to pull it out through each section. Try and keep that head straight. Yeah, I'll do it off camera. You need 2 hands for this, but I am holding the back of it. I'm trying to push it through that hole. The flat piece of it, which is there. So keep it straight and it should pop through. And now to keep them, because they have to go back on somehow, so keep them all in a container. So this is the cover half off. It's taken me about half an hour to get this far. So this caravan was built in 2003 and this is 2022, and this is, I'd say, the first time the covers have been washed or attempted to be washed. I don't know how people wash their covers, but I need to pull this off because it looks very, very dirty. Temporary measure. I can't sleep on this tonight, so I'm going to have to put a cover on it. So what I'm going to do is wrap this on this, and what I'm going to do is velcro it on, because I can't sleep on it because it's all just manky foam. So I need something on it. So what I'm going to do is, that's wrapped, and what I'm going to do is put velcro along here, velcro along the edge, and just hold it in place. And it'll be an extra cover for the couch when it's clean. So back in a second. I have it in position where I want it. So the tape is still on that. So all I have to do is pull plastic off and stick it down, and hopefully it'll stay together tonight. That's it, it's stuck as best I can, and it's nice and neat, and I won't be lying on something that is exposed, and that would make for an extra nice cover whenever I need it. Not so bad today. So this is me pulling off the cushion, the cover, and it is not as easy as it looks. So that's the dirty side, where people were sitting on it for the last, I don't know, 10 years. I'm going to have to sun bleach that, and this is the rest of it that I have to pull off. Tough work. And it's off. That is the cover off. How dirty you can see that. That's the sun bleach part, that's the sun bleach part, but that's all dirty. And then there's your cover, which I have to cover for tonight. I'm just going to get a single sheet and dress it like a mattress. Tuck in the corners. Make it nice and neat. And as I do that, the dog is lying on it. Hold on. Now something clean to sleep on tonight while it's being washed. So after about an hour, I got the second cover off. That's the first one. This is the second one. And you can see where it's protected and how dirty it is where it's not protected. So I'll cover that. So my covers are washed, and there is a big difference in the covers. This, the only thing is, when I had to put them back on, I had to rip more, so I ended up having to go longer along the seam to get them in. They're not designed to come off, and the next thing I have to do is figure out how to put in the buttons. I don't know if I'll do them yet, or at all. I'll see.